Well, everyone, it's the second of our teaching tapes. We did green the other day and got green done, and today we're going to do black. I've got it on my board. I know the GoPro's got a wide screen. I'm not sure how far over it goes that way, but our runs are going to be midline 0 and 1, veer 2 and 3, dart 4 and 5, jet 8 and 9. Green is our 4 verticals. Black is X choice. 3 orange smash, 4 is yellow, which is going to be mesh, and then our screen game. And for today's video, we're going to focus on black. And black is our choice route. Our choice route. Now, this route, and this may not mean a lot to many of you, but this route is, or was the favorite route of Mouse Davis, who was one of the originators of the run and shoot, and one of the guys that really started the process of throwing the football and throwing the football on a regular basis. This is also Glendale's favorite route. All right? And for us, it's going to be X choice. And we will run it. I'll show you how to run it out of empty as well as trips. And of course, spread here in a minute. But we're going to run X choice. And here's what the choice route is. The choice route is this. The choice route is going to start with a 7-step stem. Inside foot up. And some of you may be wondering why does coach always want my inside foot up? Because it allows us in our passing game to get the proper steps and make the breaks. It just works out easier if your inside foot's up. So with our inside foot up, we're going to run a 7-step stem. All right? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on our 7th step, and by the way, I don't really have this drawn up great because I want to attack the outside shoulder of the corner. But on our 7th step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I want us to decide what are we going to do. All right? And we have 3 choices. Here's the choices. Number 1, if the corner is 3 or more yards off me, 3 or more yards off, then I run out. Yards off, boom, out route. All right, and I've got it kind of coming back a little bit to the sideline, but you want to run an out route. You want to work it where only you can catch it. I'm going to tell my quarterback to throw it out here away from the defense, but we're going to run an out route if he is 3 or more yards off. Now, if I get on the 7th stem and the corner held his ground a little bit, and the corner is less than 3, I'm going to run a skinny. Now, I'm about to draw this route up against all the coverages, but right now we're looking at cover 3. And the nice thing about cover 3, and we see a lot of cover 3 teams because everybody is run-oriented here in Southwest Missouri, the nice thing about seeing cover 3 teams is they're going to try to keep that 6-man box, and they're most likely going to have that safety to the trip side. In fact, to keep the numbers, you know, I got numbers, grass, and leverage drawn over here from my first video on green. In order to keep those numbers, they're probably going to put that safety over there. So now I'm going to stick it, so the corner right here, and then I want to rip through and run a skinny. Run a skinny. I do not want to drift too far over this way so that the strong safety can cover, or excuse me, the free safety can cover me. So I run a skinny. Choice number 3. So that's if he's 3 or less. All right, choice number 3. Let's say he plays us tighter. All right, we're going to run our same 7-step stem, but let's say he's just 4 yards off. He's playing off man, whatever. And I'm going to push, 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 push. I get his hips turns, but I get even with him. Good, I'm running a fade. Okay, and the phrase we're going to use is even, I'm leaving. If I'm even, I'm leaving. Choice number 4 is if we get a cover 2 look, which I'll draw up here in a minute, we get a squat corner. So we get a squat corner. Okay? Then I'm going to push for 7, and then I'm just going to skinny it up right there. If we get a squat corner, we're also probably getting a safety over the top, and we want to work the hole in cover 2, but I'll get to that in a minute. So right now, let's just talk this first route. But that's my choice. Now there is a 5th choice. If we get blitz, we're going to turn it into a 3-step slant. So if he's down in blitz, the guy's pressing me, man up, 1, 2, 3, boom, right there, 3-step slant. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, let's draw it up against what I got drawn up on the board, which is a cover 3 look, and the corner's off. This is probably our best route if the corner's off, or in a cover 3 look. This is probably the one that our defense is going to have the hardest time in defending. And I just told you on choice, and by the way, this is going to be our number 1 read. It's X choice, black. So I'm going to work at the strong safety, or at the corner. The corner is most likely going to bail off of its cover 3, and I'm going to work out, and I am the first choice. So out against the sideline, I am choice number 1. The quarterback's going to take his 3, and if the X is there, I'm throwing the football. All right, now, something that's a key point for the quarterbacks. X is our number 1 read. It's X choice. We're looking to throw the ball to X. But what I'm not saying is force the ball to X. Because the route other than X is a very, very good route, and there are other options. So if I like it, I take it. If I don't like it, I don't force it. All right? Like it, take it. Don't like it, don't force it. There is a chance in cover 3 that the guy could be in less than 3, and if he's less than 3, then we would stick to skinny. Either way, either one of these routes is very good against the cover 3 corner, because if we get inside, the safety's going to be over here in the middle of the field, and we ought to be in business. Here's the rest of the route. B is going to run a shallow and gain some ground as he goes. All right? One of the reasons why X may not be a good route is if they're cover 3, the linebacker may literally drop on the throwing line. If the linebacker drops on the throwing lane, obviously they got us 2-on-1 now over here, and we're not going to force it in there. And I will show it to you out of empty, and we are going to do something out of empty which should affect that backer. But if for whatever reason this is not good, all right, then actually this is not our number 2 read, so I'll go to our number 2 read. C is going to run our seam read. This is the same seam read that we ran in our green package. And Z is going to run our fade read. This is the same fade read that we run in our green package. So one of the nice things about our passing game this year is we don't have multiple things to learn. We've just got to learn who has what on what play. And we're going to have, we want to get good at what we do. We want to be experts at the plays. And so we're not going to have a whole bunch of different things. We're just going to have a few concepts that we mix and match into different routes. Now on the seam read, the 3 safety has got to get over the top, right? And if he does that, then if you remember from the green video, I'm going to throw up my outside hand, I'm going to check it down and run a dig across his face. All right? If the safety does not get over the top of me, does not cap the route, then I just simply keep going. All right? And this guy is actually our number 2 read. Now, if it's cover 3 and they get to their drops, like I've got it drawn up here, all right, then yes, when he cuts it down, he's going to have to keep coming, because if we don't hit him here in the hole, we're going to have to hit him here in the hole. All right? And you're saying, well, what depth do you want this to be? Well, we're going to try to push at a depth over the linebackers. It's probably going to be about 10 to 12 yards. We want to be over the top of the dropping linebackers so that when we run our dig, we've got open grass space out there. And we want to always sell green. Our whole passing game this season is going to be based off of green. For the first 3 steps, we want to use our eyes. We want to sell green. Always sell green first. All right? The fade read on the outside, if I can get over the top, I get over the top. If I can't get over the top, then I check it down. All right? And that would be number 3 and this is going to be our rush route. Now, we're going to use the same principle we use in our mesh passing game, in that if I get across here and there's a backer out here in my grass, then I'm going to hook it up just like I would in mesh. All right, and we will practice this, and when I get to the yellow video on mesh, we'll talk about this. But basically, B's going to hook it up, and if it's blitz, he's going to sprint. If it's zone, he's going to sit, unless there's green grass out here, and if there's grass, he's going to run to grass. If there's no grass to run to, he's going to sit in the grass. All right, but that's the principle of the pass play. So we want to try to get it to X. If we can't get it to X, we go here. If we can't get there, we go here. And then the rush route is right here. And by the way, really we have two rush routes on the play, because we're going to swing the back out of the backfield. And there is a good chance that he will also be wide open. All right? If that backer gains depth, that's what the outside backer gains depth or tries to collision or carry the seam or gets a lot of depth to try to get under the fade out over here on the fade read, there's a good chance the back will be wide open in the flats. So we don't need to forget that. But that is our choice route. And when Mouse Davis ran this in the run and shoot, they threw it a ton. And if they didn't get it to X, they were very good at finding this guy, or this guy, and even this guy on crossing patterns. You play man teams, or you play, in this case, cover 3 teams, and they're going to have a very difficult time covering this route. All right, now, let me show you a couple different defenses. Let's go to a 2-high safety look. All right, and we will use week 1 against Fair Grove as our example here. All right. Week 1 against Fair Grove. Safety, safety, corner, corner. All right. Nose, backer, 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 backer. All right. Now, this would be, Fair Grove is a quarters team, but this would also be true against cover 2. All right. Quarters team is also good against cover 2. Now, if it's cover 2, let's actually cover the choice route first. If it's cover 2, and if we get, you look over here, 2, 4, and 2 man is what you're going to get out of 2 safeties. 1 and 3 is what you're going to get out of 1 safety. Let's say it's cover 2. If it's cover 2, then right now, you look down here, squat corner, squat corner. Basically, we're going to teach find the hole. Find the hole. Squat corner, find the hole. Now, Fair Grove is more of a quarters team, though, and so they're going to do this number, where they're going to get quarters, all right? And so because they're a quarters team, there's a good chance that we won't be able to get to the hole, but when the corner bails out, we come off and run our out route, all right? And there's a very good chance that X will be open much of the night. All right. Now they'll probably drop here, 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 and here, much like they did in the cover 3 look. All right. So now we go back over here. We got our seam read. All right. And if we can keep going, fine. Or if we can run the dig across, and we will teach versus 2 safeties, we will work that if the safety opens up his hips and gets over the top, but his hips are turned that way. In other words, I'm here and I'm going to turn and run, and now we're going to run the skinny post behind. So against 2 safeties, this is an option. All right. And of course, if we can't get over the safety at all, then we run the dig. But if we get that safety's hip turns, this could be a very legitimate option against Fair Grove. And if the corner bails out, we're going to have a hard time running fade, but we should have the fade read on the outside if it's a quarters team, and we still have the A-back on the swing route, and the shallow cross is our 2 rush routes if Fair Grove decides to bring pressure. And they did bring some pressure last year against us off the edge coming this way. Well, if we, just get in depth, let him clear, hit him in the grass. And we always throw to grass, hit him in the grass, let him turn upfield, catch, turn, and catch, tuck, turn, score is what we're going to add to that, because that's our goal, is that we want to score. Okay? All right, so that would be against two, four, or two man. All right? Now, I do think as the year goes on, we're going to end up seeing more man-to-man, and we're going to have to beat man to be able to throw the football as much as I want to throw it. You got to get in the mentality that you have to beat man in this offense in order to be successful. So we're going to drop the safety down now. All right. Drop the corner down now. They're going to be in man-to-man. Corner's going to go here. Let's say they don't go safety at all. All right. So now they got a man-to-man here. So we're going here, 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 here. Let's put a tackle back in the box. Okay. So now we've got 6 guys on 5. All right. This is a very good, to me, this is a very good man beater. Extremely good man beater. And we'll talk about it. All right, so it's man-to-man. Now, X is always going to be our first choice, because it's X choice. And we are going to teach X versus blitz. This is 0. Now, let's, by the way, with the back in the backfield, we do have the choice. All right, I got enough guys up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We do have the choice of keeping A in and letting A help. And we'll talk about that in the pass protection video. But I'm going to assume right now that we're not going to do that. All right? So let's say we've got 51 called up front. So that means the center goes to the left, 50 puts in the right. So if we got this look here, he's going to go get him. He's going to get the end. He's got the tackle. Those are the immediate three, I checked that, I'm wrong. 1 to 2 to 3 is how we're going to do it. Because if we're going to leave somebody, we have to protect our inside gaps first. And so we've got to account for this backer. So he's going to take this gap. He's going to take this gap. He's going to take this gap. All right, so depending if he could come here, he could come there. If he doesn't blitz at all, we can do what's called a fan call. And on a fan call, the tackle is going to take the backer, the guard is going to take the end, and the center is going to take the tackle. All right? That's assuming he's not coming. All right? Because if he comes, if we're going to turn anybody loose up front, then we're going to turn the edge guy loose. So if this guy does not come and this guy is showing, then we would fan it and slide. If both guys are showing, then we're going to leave him, because we always leave the outside guy. I know I didn't do a great job just of explaining that, but I think you get it. Okay, we're in man protection on this side. He's got him. He's got him. All right, tackle's got 1, 2. So 3, if he comes, it's on the quarterback. But somebody's got to take the back out of the backfield. So I'm going to assume that he's got back out. And so we probably won't get blitz there. All right? So we got man coverage across the board. Now, X is our first route. It's X choice. His rule against blitz, 3-step slant. 1, 2, 3, slant it up. This is a great route. If they're bringing both these guys, you can throw into the blitz. This is going to be our best receiver. I'm not sure that's going to be yet. Whoever I believe our best receiver is going to be the X. We're going to throw him the ball, let him go to work, let him get north and south, chance to hit a home run. Now, we don't really have to change the rules over here, because we've basically got a rush route here, we have a rush route here, rush route here. So, we're going to try to get corner up the seam. We're going to try to get Z over the top of the corner, and then here we go. Shallow right there, swing right here. So we have plenty of rush routes. The Sam linebacker is going to have to chase our B back all the way across the field, or their backer is going to have to take our A on a swing route. They're in a bad shape because this guy's being run off, this guy's being run off. This is not a good route to blitz, all right? Because we should be able to get rid of the ball in time, and we should have guys open. Now, going back to our general quarterback rules, best matchup, all right? If we've got Z's better than their corner, and they're blitzing, 1, 2, 3, let him go make a play. If we got a mismatch with our C on their Sam, 1, 2, 3, let it go. But if the best matchup is not there, softest corner. In this case, there's probably not going to be a softest corner. They're probably going to press us. Shortest throw. Okay, shortest throw. X is our first read. This is 1, but if we get rushed, it's probably going to be 2 to 3. All right? Tightest linebacker. Which one of these linebackers is coming? What we're looking for is this. Where's the grass? Because when they blitz, yes, they're coming after you, but in the process, they're leaving grass somewhere. All right? All right. Let's look at the route out of empty, and then we'll talk about our black switch. Okay? I hope you see that there's a lot of similarities between black and black switch. Black and green. On green and black, we are running seam reads. We are running fade reads. All right? We're adding the choice route here in black. All right. I really like this concept out of empty. And I think it puts people in binds. I think it's extremely difficult to defend out of empty. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Safety in the middle of the field. Okay? All right, now here's what we're going to do in empty. We still want to isolate our X. It's X choice. So what we're going to do in empty is we're going to send this guy in motion. Now, we're going to set black up. All right? We're going to set black up by doing this. We're going to set black up by motioning early in the ball game over here. And if they do not adjust, we have 4 on 3, and we're going to throw a screen right now. All right? So we're early in the ball game. One of the first things we're going to do is motion A across and throw the ball to A on a screen. So if they don't adjust, we're going to take advantage of that. If they're going to play zone and give us quads, 4 over 3, then we're just going to try to play pitch and catch, get the ball out, and make yards. All right? So we're assuming we've done that. So now they're in a bind. Okay? They've got to make a decision here because they've got a numbers issue. All right? So they may slide the safety over. They may slide the backer back. If they're in man, they may run the backer across, whatever. But they're probably going to do something to adjust to the motion. If they don't do something to adjust to the motion, then we've got an advantage, and we don't have to run black. We can just keep running the screen. All right, let's say they've done what I've got here. All right, we're going to go over here. He's going to push for 7. The corner's off. He's running the out route. Corner within 3. He's sticking the skinny. All right. If he gets even, then he's leaving. Okay? If he's got corner outside and grass over the top, then he's going to be looking for the fade, for the hole in cover 2. Look for the cover 2 hole, look for the hole throw on the fade, and if we get blitz, he's doing this. Regardless, off the 3-step slant. Regardless, X is our number 1 choice, and X has the choice route. From there, the route does not change. B is going to run this shallow, and there's a good chance this time around, if they roll the secondary, that B is going to have grass if we hit him on the shallow. All right? Seam read, fade read. Seam read, fade read. All right? Now, depending on what they do and how they do it, there's a good chance we'll just run right up the seam untouched. But of course, if the safety comes over, the safety gets over the top, we're either doing this, or we're doing that, based on what the defense gives us. All right? Okay, out here, we're either running the go, or we're turning it out. And all I want this guy doing is sitting, because there's a good chance that with those actions that the back will be wide open in the flats. And if there's nothing open anywhere else, the quarterback's going to have the option of dumping it out here. Now this is another great blitz control route, because if they want to run blitz, then they got to play him man, and they got to play everywhere else man, and there's a good chance that we can get the ball out quick and we can burn them if they are blitzing. All right? So that's black. That's black out of empty and black out of trips. One other thing I want to show you, and to show you how the passing game is going to start coming together here, let's run black, switch. Black, switch. All right? Here's what black switch is. Okay? The switch is going between the C and the Z. You're going to switch. Okay? And there's a good chance that we'll run black switch and green switch more than we'll run green and black. So on this, it's got the seam now, and so the fade, he's got the wheel. But the same applies. On black switch, C now has a wheel read, and Z has a seam read. Safety gets over the top, boom. Or if it gets the hips turned, boom. Over here, C goes out, refusing to get beat on the wheel, check it down. All right, still 1, 2, put a 2 here, to 3, rush, rush. All right, that'll be a very productive route for us, and that is black switch. All right, so there's our black route. The next video I'll do will be orange.